The fundamental economic problem is the fact that we have limited resources but unlimited wants. We call this situation scarcity. Scarcity requires trade-offs. A trade-off means we must give up one thing to get something else. For example, you have 3 hours free time today. You can choose to take a nap, to watch Netflix, or to go shopping. If you decide to go shopping, you must give up taking a nap or watching Netflix. We must give up a lot of alternatives to get something else. In this activity, the highest valued alternative that you must give up is an opportunity cost. I will show how to calculate opportunity cost in a production possibilities frontier. The production possibilities frontier is a curve showing the maximum combination of two goods that can be produced by a country or a firm with a given available resources and current technology. Let's suppose that you have two exams tomorrow, microeconomics and macroeconomics. You have only 24 hours before your exam. Now you calculate how many hours you can study for the exam preparation. You spend 8 hours sleeping, 3 hours eating, 2 hours commuting, and you have 1 hour break time. So you can study for 10 hours. Now we assume you regularly studied microeconomics for 4 hours per week from the beginning of the semester. So you can get 10 points for 1 hour of study. But you didn't study macroeconomics at all. So you can get 10 points for 2 hours of study. Based on this information, you can draw the production possibilities frontier for micro and macro exam grades. If you spend 10 hours on studying only microeconomics, you can get 100 points of micro and 0 point of macro, which is point A. If you spend 10 hours on studying only macro, you can get 50 points of macro and 0 point of micro, which is point D. If you study micro for 8 hours and macro for 2 hours, you can get 80 points of micro and 10 points of macro, which is point B. So the PPF line shows the maximum combination of your exam grades at the given resources of 10 hours, and with your current knowledge of microeconomics you gained from the regular study. Production efficiency is achieved at points on the PPF. You can change the combination of your output among A, B, C, and D by reallocating your resources. So at points on the PPF, it's not possible to produce more of one good without producing less of some other good. When you change your combination from A to B, you must give up 20 points of micro to get 10 points of macro. That means you face a trade-off. The point E is outside the PPF, which is unattainable. You must increase your resources up to 16 hours to reach this point. The point F is attainable but inefficient because you spend only 4 hours out of 10-hour resources. Despite you can get higher grades by studying more hours, you didn't use all available resources. Resources are wasted at the point F. As I said in the previous slide, you must make a trade-off between A and B. If there's a trade-off, you can calculate an opportunity cost. When you change your output combination from A to B, you must give up 20 points of micro to get 10 points of macro. So we say the opportunity cost of 10 points of macro is 20 points of micro. When you change your output combination from B to C, you must give up 60 points of micro to get 30 points of macro. So we say the opportunity cost of 30 points of macro is 60 points of micro. Now we like to calculate unit opportunity cost. From the point A to B, you calculated the opportunity cost of 10 points of macro. Instead of 10 points, we like to calculate the opportunity cost of 1 point of macro. If you divide for both micro and macro, the opportunity cost of 1 point of macro is 2 points of micro. In a similar way, from the point B to C, the opportunity cost of 1 point of macro is 2 points of micro when you divide by 30 points. As you can see, the unit opportunity cost is constant both from A to B and from B to C. The unit opportunity cost at any point on the PPF is constant because we have the linear PPF. The point E is unattainable at the current available 10-hour resources. To reach this point, you must study microeconomics for 8 hours and macroeconomics for 8 hours. You must study totally 16 hours by reducing your sleep from 8 hours to 2 hours. Or you must gain your knowledge of macroeconomics by regularly studying for 4 hours per week as you did for microeconomics. The PPF can shift outward by resource change like increase of study hours or technology progress like development of knowledge. The expansion of the PPF is called economic growth.